Hi, this is Ranjini and welcome to my channel. In the last video, we solved the first 4 problems of exercise 2.6 of fractions and decimals chapter of standard 7. Today we will start solving from problem number 5. Okay, so let's see what is the problem. Find 2.5 into 0.3. So we have already solved such problems. So it's just a repetition for you. So let's try solving this. So it's actually multiplying two decimal numbers, right? So in the last question, which I think is question number 2, we was multiplying a decimal number and a whole number. Now we are multiplying decimal number with a decimal number. But the procedure is the same, okay? Even if you are multiplying a decimal number with another decimal number, we have to first ignore the decimal points, directly multiply the two numbers, and then finally we have to add the decimal point depending upon the question, depending upon the two numbers, okay? So let's see how to do it. So the first problem is 2.5 into 0.3. Okay, so if we ignore these two decimal points, what will we get? 25 into 3. What is 25 into 3? It is 75. Okay, 75. But where should we put the decimal point? See the question, both the numbers have a decimal point, right? So the first number, one digit is there to the right of the decimal point, and in the second number, again one digit is there to the right of the decimal point. So both, including both, how many digits should be there in the answer? 2 digits should be there. 1 plus 1, 2 digits should be there to the right of the decimal point in the answer. Okay, so how should we write this? We should leave 2 digits to the right and we should put a decimal point here. Okay, so the answer is 0.75. Okay, now let's take the second question. So the answer for first one is 0.75. Now let's take the second question. 0.1 into 51.7. So if we ignore the decimal points here, it's like 507 into 1, which is 517 into 1 is equal to 517. Now where should we put the decimal points here? If we take the first number, there is one digit to the right of the decimal point, and if we take the second number, again one digit is there to the right of the decimal point. So in the answer, how many digits should be there to the right of the decimal point? 1 plus 1, 2 digits should be there. Okay, so we should put the decimal point here so that 2 digits are there to the right of the decimal point. So the answer is 5.17. Okay, answer for the second question is 5.17. Now let's take the third question. Third question is 0.2 into 316.8. Now again, if we ignore the decimal points, 3168 into 2. 8 2s are 16, 1, 6 2s are 12 plus 1, 13, 1, 1 2 is 2 plus 1, 3, 3 2s are 6. So the answer is 6336. Now where should we put the decimal point? Here one digit is there, here one digit is there. So 1 plus 1, 2 digits should be there to the right of the decimal point in the answer. So we should put the decimal point here. Okay, so the answer is 63.36. 63.36. This is the answer. Now let's take the fourth question. Fourth question is 1.3 into 3.1. Okay, so ignore the decimal point. 13 into 31. 1 3 is 3, 1 1 is 1, 3 3s are 9, 3 1 is 3, 3, 10, 9 plus 1, 10, 4. 403 is the answer. 403. Now where should we put the decimal point? One digit is here. First number, one digit is there to the right hand side of the decimal point. Second number also, one digit is there to the right hand side of the decimal point. So in the answer, how many digits should be there? 2 digits should be there to the right hand side of the decimal point. So we should put the decimal point here. So the answer is 4.03. So here the answer is 4.03. Now let's take the fifth question. Fifth question is 0.5 into 0.05. Now if we ignore the decimal point, 5 5s are 25. Where should we put the decimal point? Here one digit is there to the right, here 2 digits are there to the right. So in the answer, how many digits should be there to the right of the decimal point? 1 plus 2, which is equal to 3. So here how many digits are there totally? Only 2 digits are there. So if we need 3 digits to the right of the decimal point, we should add an extra 0 here. Okay? So, and decimal point here. Okay? So the answer is 0.025. Clear? So the answer is 0.025. Okay? Now let's take the sixth question. Sixth question is 11.2 into 0.15. Okay? 11.2 into 0.15. Now if we multiply ignoring the decimal places, 112 into 15. 5 2s are 10, 1, 5 1 is 5 plus 1 6, 5 1s are 5, 2 1 1, 0 8 6 1, 1680. Now where should we put the decimal place? Here one digit is there to the right hand side. Here 2 digits are there to the right hand side of the decimal point. So in the answer, how many digits should be there? 1, 2, 3. So 3 digits should be there to the right hand side of the decimal point. So the answer will be 1.680. 1.680. Okay. Now let's take the seventh question. Seventh question is 1.07 into 0.02. Okay. So if we ignore the decimal point, 107 into 2. 7 2s are 14. 1, 2. 2, 1, 4. Here where should we put the decimal point? Here 2 digits are there to the right hand side. Here also 2 digits are there to the right hand side of the decimal point. So in the answer, how many digits should be there? 4 digits should be there to the right hand side of the decimal point. Okay, because here 2 and here 2. First number 2, second number 2. So in the answer, 4 digits should be there to the right hand side of the decimal point. Okay, so here in the answer, how many digits are there totally? 2, 1, 4. So 3 digits are there totally. So what can we do so that there are 4 digits to the right hand side of the decimal point? We have to add an extra digit, right? So here there are only 3 digits. So if you want 4 digits should be there to the right hand side of the decimal point, we have to add an extra digit. Correct? So where should we add that extra digit? We should add the extra digit, that is 0, in front of the number. Okay? So the answer is 0.0214. Okay, the answer is 0.0214. Correct? Now let's take the next problem, that is 8th problem. Okay, so what is the 8th problem? 10.05 into 1.05. Now again, in the same way, if we ignore the decimal point, 1005 into 105. 5 5s are 25. 2 2 0 5 5 sorry 0 0 0 0. Now 1 0 0 5. Okay, so 5 2 5 5 0 1. This is the answer. Okay, Now how many decimal points you should leave? If you see the question, in the first number 2 decimal points, and in the second number in the first number 2 digits, second number 2 digits. So totally how many digits? 4 digits should be there to the right hand side of the decimal point in the answer. So where should we put the decimal point? Here. So answer is 10.555 is the answer. Okay. Now let's take the next question, 9th question. One 101.01 into 0.01. Okay. Here again, if we exclude the decimal points, what is the answer? 10101 into 1, which is 10101. Correct? Now how many how many digits? Here 2 digits and here 2 digits. So totally 4 digits. Now 4 digits should be there to the right hand side of the decimal point. So where should we put the decimal point? Here. So the answer is 1.0101 is the answer. Okay. So here this answer is 1.0101. Okay. Now let's take the last question, which is the 10th question. 100.01 into 1.1. Okay. Here also let's ignore the decimal point. 101 into 11. So 1, if we multiply this again 1. So the answer is 110011. Now what about the decimal point? Here 2 digits and here 1 digit. So totally 3 digits. So where should we put? Here. So 3 digits is that to the right hand side of the decimal point. So the answer is 110.011 is the answer. Okay. Now with this we are completing exercise 2.6. Now let's move on to exercise 2.7. Okay. Now let's move on to exercise 2.7. Okay. So till exercise 2.6 we were dealing with decimal multiplication. Okay. In this exercise 2.7, we are going to deal with decimal division. Okay. So we have already seen how to divide two decimal numbers. We are going to practically apply that here. Okay. Now take the first problem, that is 0.4 divided by 2. Okay. Here one number is decimal number and the other number is whole number. Okay. So how to divide these two numbers? Okay. Now there are two methods for doing this. Okay. I will explain each method, both the methods one by one. Okay. So first let's see method 1. Method 1 is you have to convert each of these numbers into fraction. Okay. Once we convert the numbers, both the numbers into fraction, we already know how to divide two fractions. Okay. We have to take the reciprocal of the second fraction and we have to multiply the reciprocal of the second fraction with the first fraction. Okay. So for doing that, first both these numbers have to be converted to fractions. Okay. So how do we do this? How do we write 0.4 in terms of fraction? We know that 4 by 10 is equal to 0.4. Correct? So first we have to see what should we divide the number with, either with is it with 10, 100 or 1000. Okay, so that we will get this number. Okay, so 0.4 can be written as 4 by 10 because there is only one digit to the right hand side of the decimal point. Correct? So 4 by 10 divided by, how can you write 2 in terms of fraction? 2 by 1. Correct? 4 by 10 divided by 2 by 1. Now what is the reciprocal of 2 by 1? 1 by 2. So how can we write it? 4 by 10 into 1 by 2. Correct? This 2 and this 4 gets cancelled. Here it is 2. So answer is 2 by 10 or 1 by 5. Correct? So if we do this 1 by 5, we will get 0.2. Okay? So the answer is 0.2. Okay? Through the first method. Now let's see the second method, how to do it, and let's compare the answers. Okay? Now let's see method 2. What is the question? 0.4 divided by 2. Second method is that we have to see how can we remove this decimal point from here. Okay, we should convert this decimal point, the decimal number, into a whole number. How can we do that? If we multiply 0.4 into 10, we get 4, right? So 0.4 divided by 2 is equal to, if we multiply this number by 10, we will get 4, correct? But 4, if we are multiplying this by 10, this number also has to be multiplied by 10, so that the answer will not get affected, correct? So 0.4 into 10 you will get 4 divided by 20 by 10. 20 into 10 you will get 2 into 10 you will get 20, right? 0.4 into 10 you will get 4 and 2 into 10 you will get 20. So 4 by 20. 4 by 20 you will get it as 1 by 5. Correct? 1 by 5 is again equal to 0.2. So you get the answer 0.2 by both the methods. So the first method will convert both these numbers into fraction. So for that 0.4 if we do 4 by 10 we will get 0.4. And again 2 can be written as 2 by 1. Again we have to take the reciprocal of the second fraction and multiply it with the first fraction. And then finally we will get the decimal number. Okay, if we convert into decimal, we can write the answer in the form of decimal. Second method, what will we do? We have to remove this decimal point from the numbers. Decimal number. Okay, that is we have to convert this decimal number into whole number. Okay, and then we have to do the division. Okay, so if we do the division, we will get the answer. That is the second method. Okay, now by both the method, we will get the answer 0.2 for the first problem. Okay, now let's see the second problem. Second problem, 0.35 divided by 5. Now let's solve it with the first method. Okay, if you want you can try the second method also, but you will get the same answer. Okay, now I will solve it using the first method. Okay, so we have to convert both the things in the form of fractions, right? So 35.35, if we convert it into fraction, what will we get? If we do 35 by 100, you will get 0.35, right? So if there are two digits after the decimal point, we have to divide it with 100, correct? So 35 by 100 divided by 5 can be written as 5 by 1, correct? So this can be written as 35 by 100 into 1 by 5, correct? Reciprocal of 5 by 1 is 1 by 5. Now we can cancel this 5 and 35, you will get 7. Okay, so the answer is 7 by 100, or which is equivalent to 0.07. Okay, so the answer for the second one is 0.07. Okay, now let's move on to the third problem. Third problem is 2.48 divided by 4. Again, if you are using the first method, how can we convert this decimal number into a whole number? Into a fraction. 248 divided by 248 divided by 100 is equivalent to 2.48, right? So we can write 2.48 as 248 divided by 100 divided by this 4 can be written as 4 by 1. Okay. Now this is equal to 248 by 100 into 1 by 4. Correct? Reciprocal of 4 by 1 is 1 by 4. Now we can cancel this 4 and this 248. What can we write? 6 4s are 24, 6, 4 2s are 8. So 2. So the answer is 62 by 100 is equal to 0.62. Okay. The answer for this problem, third one, is 0.62. Clear? Now let's move on to the next problem. If you want, you can, if you don't know, if you are not sure about cancelling it like this, you can divide it and see. You will get the same answer. Okay. You can divide 248 divided by 2 divided by 4. You will get the answer as 62. That 62 divided by 100, you will get it as 0.62. Okay. Now the next problem, that is the fourth problem. Fourth problem, 65.4 divided by 6. Now this, how can you convert it into fraction? There is one digit after the decimal place. So you have to divide by what? 10. 654 by 10 divided by, this 6 can be written as 6 by 1. Okay. Now this will become 654 by 10 into 1 by 6. Correct? Now this 6 and this 654 will get cancelled. 1 6 is 6, 9 6 are 54. Okay? You can even try dividing it like this. 654 divided by 6. 1 6 is 6, 0, 5 4, 9 6 are 54. Okay? Sorry, 109. 109. Okay, 109. Okay, 109 by 10. So the answer is 109 by 10, which is equivalent to 10.9. 10.9 is the answer for the fourth question. Okay. Now let's move on to the fifth problem. Fifth problem is 651.2 divided by 4. Okay. This how can you do? 651,6512 divided by 10. Correct? Is 651.2 divided by 4 by 1. Okay. Now this can be written as 6512 by 10 into 1 by 4. Correct? You have to take the reciprocal of this, so you get into 1 by 4. Okay. Now if we cancel this, what will we get? 6512 divided by 4. If we do, 1 4 is 4, 2 5, 6 4s are 24, 1 1, 2 4s are 8, 3 2, so 8 4s are 32. Okay. So the answer is 1628 divided by 10. Okay. Which is equivalent to, what is the answer? $162.8 is the answer. Okay. So the answer for the fifth question is 162.8. Okay. Now let's move on to the sixth problem. Sixth problem is 14.49 divided by 7. Now how can you write this? 1449 divided by 100 divided by 7 by 1. Okay, this can be written as 1449 divided by 100 into 1 by 7. Okay, now the answer for this is, if we divide 1449 divided by 7, 2 7s are 14, 0, 4, so you will get a 0 here, 9, so 207, the answer is 207 divided by 100, okay, 207 by 100, which is equivalent to 2.07. Okay, the answer is 2.07. Now let's take the seventh problem. Seventh problem is 3.96 divided by 4. Okay, so in the same way, if we convert this 3.96 into fraction, 396 divided by 100 divided by 4 by 1. Okay, this can be written as 396 by 100 into 1 by 4. Okay, now if you divide this 396 divided by 4, you will get 9 4s are 36, 3, 6 and 9 4s are 36. So you will get the answer 99 by 100. Okay, what is 99 by 100? The answer is 0.99. Okay, so the answer for the seventh one is 0.99. Correct? Now let's take the last question, that is the eighth question. Now the last question is 0.80 divided by 5. Okay, so if you convert this into fraction, what will you get? 80 by 100 divided by 5 by 1. Correct? So this can be written as 80 by 100 into, what is the reciprocal of 5 by 1? It is 1 by 5. Okay, now we can divide this 80 by 5. How much will you get? 80 by 5. 1 5 is 5, 3, 30, 6 5s are 30. 16, you will get the answer 16. So 16 divided by 100. Okay, 16 divided by 100 is 0.16. So the answer for the last question is 0.16. Okay, clear with this? Okay, now we have completed the first question of exercise 2.7. Now we will go on to the second question. Now let's move on to the second question of exercise 2.7. Okay, find 4.8 by 10. It is very easy, right? So whenever we are dividing any number, any decimal number by 10, what should we do? We should shift the decimal point 1 point to the left. Okay, so 4.8 divided by 10 will become 0.48. Correct? Similarly, 52.5 divided by 10. If we shift this decimal point 1 point to the left, what answer will we get? 5.25. Correct? Now the third question, 0.7 divided by 10. What will we get? 0. There is only one digit here, right? So what should we do if we have to shift it by one decimal to the left? 0.07. Correct? You have to add one 0 here. Again, what is 33.1 divided by 10? 3.31. Correct? 272.23 divided by 10? 27.223. Next question. 0.56 divided by 10? 0.056. Correct? What is the next question? 3.97 divided by 10? 0.397. Clear? So whenever we are dividing any decimal number by 10, we have to shift the decimal point one place to the left. Whenever we are dividing a number by 100, we have to shift the decimal places 2 places to the left. Whenever we are dividing by 1000, 3 places to the left. Multiplication, what will happen? Whenever we are multiplying by 10, we have to shift it by 1 place to the right. Okay? Multiplication by 100, we have to shift the decimal point 2 places to the right. Multiplication by 1000, we have to shift the decimal point 3 places to the right. So if you are clear with that, you can do all the problems like this. Okay, now let's move on to the third question. Okay, now question number 3 is find 2.7 divided by 100. Here all the numbers have to be divided by 100. What should we do to divide any number by 100? As we have already seen, you have to shift the decimal point 2 digits to the left. Okay, so 2.7 divided by 100, what answer will we get? 0.027. Correct? It was here, decimal point was here, 2.7. Now if we are dividing by 100, 1, 2. 2 places to the left, we have to shift the point. Okay, 0.3 divided by 100, 0.003. Okay, so 2 points to the left. Now 0.78 divided by 100, 0.0078. Correct? Now next one is 432.6 divided by 100, 4.326. 2 places to the left. Now the next question is 23.6 divided by 100, 0.236. Correct? So it was here, the decimal point was here, 23.6. If you are shifting it 2 places to the left, 1, 2. So 0.236. Okay, the next question is 98.53 divided by 100. What will be the answer? If you are shifting the decimal point 2 places to the left, you will get 0.9853. Clear with this? Now the remaining problems of the same exercise, we will see it in the next video. Bye-bye.